I thought he was dead. Wang Yibo found unconscious, Xiao Zhan in shock. It was supposed to be a quiet night. For the first time in weeks, the world had stopped spinning just long enough for Xiao Zhan to breathe. Wang Yibo had just begun to show signs of healing after the psychiatric ward incident. They were taking it slow. No cameras. No interviews. Just morning walks with their daughter, late-night tea, and shared silence. But peace never lasted in their world. The call came at 2:46 a.m. Xiao Zhan had been asleep on the couch, his phone forgotten on the table, when the vibration began. It was one of Wang Yibo's assistants. He almost ignored it. Almost. But something told him to answer. "Sir, it's Yibo. We found him. He's unconscious. We're on the way to the hospital now." The world blurred. Xiao Zhan stood too fast. His heart pounded. "What do you mean found? Where was he?" "In the studio parking lot. On the ground. No one knows how long he had been there." Xiao Zhan didn't wait to hear more. He grabbed a coat, keys, and the small drawing their daughter had left by Yibo's bedside the night before. Then he ran. By the time he arrived at the hospital, the emergency wing was already in chaos. Reporters had caught wind of the situation. Cameras flashed. Fans were crying outside. Security tried to block the entrances. But nothing stopped him. "Where is he?" Xiao Zhan demanded, breathless. A nurse recognized him instantly and pointed down the corridor. "They're trying to stabilize him." He ran. Wang Yibo was behind glass. Pale. Still. A machine beeped steadily beside him, but the sound did nothing to calm Xiao Zhan's racing heart. A doctor emerged moments later. He was severely dehydrated. His blood pressure was dangerously low. It looks like he hadn't eaten properly for days. There were signs of exhaustion, stress-induced collapse. His body simply gave out. Xiao Zhan's knees buckled. He had seen Yibo tired. He had seen him quiet. But he never thought he would see him lifeless. The doctor continued, "He's stable now. But we'll be keeping him under observation. He hasn't regained consciousness yet." The hours that followed were brutal. Xiao Zhan never left the chair beside the bed. He held Wang Yibo's hand, whispering stories into his ear. He told him about their daughter's new drawing. He talked about the tea they never finished. About the little bakery that opened down the street. About everything and nothing. "Come back to me," he whispered once. "Just come back." By morning, the news had spread like wildfire. Wang Yibo hospitalized after collapse. Xiao Zhan at his bedside. Social media split in two. Some fans flooded timelines with love. Others resurfaced hate, blaming weakness, blaming the marriage, blaming everything they didn't understand. A viral tweet read, "This is what happens when you mix work and scandal." He broke himself for a fantasy. Xiao Zhan didn't respond. He didn't have the strength. He just sat there. Watching. Waiting. Praying. By day 3, doctors reported no improvement. He still hadn't woken up. Xiao Zhan begged them to let their daughter see him. "She keeps asking," he said quietly. "And I don't know what to say anymore." With hesitation, they allowed it. She entered the room holding the same drawing. She climbed onto the bed gently, placing the picture beside Yibo's hand. "I made this for you, Daddy. There's sunshine. You can't stay in the dark forever." Something shifted. A single tear rolled down the side of Wang Yibo's face. Xiao Zhan gasped. "Yibo." But his eyes didn't open. Not yet. Still, it was something. A spark. A sign. Later that night, Xiao Zhan posted a single photo to his feed. The drawing. The hospital monitor in the background. No caption. It broke the internet. Over 10 million shares in 6 hours. Fans across the world lit candles. Created artwork. Sent support. But the trolls came too. One tabloid released an anonymous source's claim. Xiao Zhan forced him into this. The marriage. The public reveal. He was happier before it all. It spread quickly. Xiao Zhan shut down his accounts. On the 6th day, Wang Yibo finally opened his eyes. He blinked slowly, looking up at the ceiling, then at the figure curled beside him, asleep, hand still holding his. Zhan. His voice was barely audible. Xiao Zhan jolted awake. I'm here. I'm right here. Wang Yibo frowned. What happened? You collapsed. They said it was exhaustion. Dehydration. You scared me, Yibo. I thought I lost you. I was just tired. You were giving up. Wang Yibo turned his head slightly. It got too loud. I couldn't find quiet. Not even in my head. Xiao Zhan squeezed his hand. You don't have to fight alone anymore. He hesitated. They still hate us, don't they? Some do, Xiao Zhan admitted. But some love us even louder. That has to be enough. A pause. Then Yibo asked, did she see me? She gave you the sunshine, Xiao Zhan whispered. For the first time in days, Wang Yibo smiled. 2 weeks later, Wang Yibo was discharged quietly. No press. No noise. They returned home in silence. He stepped into their daughter's room first. She looked up from a book and ran to him without hesitation. You're back. I'm back. Are you okay now? I will be. Because I have you. Xiao Zhan watched them from the doorway. The sunlight was coming through the curtains just right. A gentle reminder that dark days never last forever. But the world outside still waited. The news was still ruthless. And somewhere in the shadows, someone was preparing another blow. Because just as peace returned, a new headline leaked. There. What was he running from? Leaked footage from Wang Yibo's collapse night sparks shocking theories. Peace never lasts long when your love has the world watching. Just when Xiao Zhan thought the storm had passed. Just when Wang Yibo smiled again and their daughter finally slept through the night without asking, is Daddy okay? The chaos returned. This time. In the form of a camera. A popular media outlet released silent security footage allegedly taken from the parking lot outside the studio where Wang Yibo collapsed. The clip was short. Grainy. Barely 25 seconds. But what it showed was enough to reignite an inferno. Wang Yibo. Walking briskly. Looking over his shoulder. Fumbling with his phone. Then stopping. Turning. As if someone had called his name. He said something. No audio. Then backed away. Then. He dropped. Collapsed right there. No one caught him. No one ran to him. The camera caught only one other thing. A figure. Standing far in the distance. Blurry. Motionless. The media twisted the story instantly. Who was he running from? Stalker or setup? Fans demand truth. Wang Yibo looked terrified before collapse. Xiao Zhan saw the clip at home. Alone. Wang Yibo was upstairs, resting. Their daughter was drawing again. Unaware of what was being whispered about her father all over the internet. He replayed the video 100 times. And each time, his stomach tightened. That figure. He had seen that silhouette before. But where? By the next morning. Their home was surrounded again. Fans. Reporters. Curious onlookers. Holding signs that ranged from "We love you, Yibo" to "Tell us the truth." Xiao Zhan opened the door briefly. Not to speak. But to post a simple message on the gate. We are safe. Please respect our peace. It did not work. Theories exploded online. Some said the figure was an obsessive fan. Others said it was someone from Yibo's past. An industry executive he had clashed with. An ex-lover. A stalker. Then someone found something else. A longer version of the footage. 10 seconds after Yibo collapsed. The figure began to walk away. But just before they exited the frame, they turned back. And smiled. That frame. That eerie half-lit smile. Was screenshot. Shared. Zoomed in. Posted on forums. Analyzed on fan pages. Who smiled when Wang Yibo fell trended for 3 straight days. Inside their home, Wang Yibo had just begun to stand again without dizziness. He had just started playing the piano again. He hadn't even seen the footage. Xiao Zhan sat him down gently. And showed him. Wang Yibo stared. Expressionless. When the figure appeared, he leaned closer. And then, he whispered a name. I think I know who that is. Xiao Zhan froze. You know them? Wang Yibo didn't answer immediately. Instead, he walked to a drawer, opened it, pulled out an old black envelope. It was unopened, unmarked. I got this the night before I collapsed, he said quietly. I thought it was another hate letter. I didn't open it. Xiao Zhan took it slowly, hands trembling. Inside was a single photo. Wang Yibo, as a teenager, standing beside someone. The same figure from the footage. And a note on the back. I said you'd regret leaving me. What came next was chaos. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo sat across from each other. All the air in the room had changed. You knew them? Xiao Zhan asked. We were close. A long time ago. Before you. Before everything. But it ended badly. They hated how I left things. I never thought they'd come back. Do you think they followed you that night? I don't think. I know. Xiao Zhan stood. I'm calling the police. But Wang Yibo stopped him. No. If we go public with this, it won't be just about me. It'll be about us. Our daughter. Our family. They'll turn it into something else. Then what do we do? I'll face them myself.